the standing ovations for you. I hope we can all stay and have a moment to reflect and chat about, the behind the scenes and how the production came together, because you guys have a very unique story. But this is an open conversation, so I'll start us off with a few questions, and then we're gonna throw the mic over to the audiences, so make sure you have your questions ready. First of all, congratulations for this incredibly poetic, incredibly moving piece that isn't just about resilience, but it's also about the beauty of Ukraine, the culture, the people, and the overall fight that our people are facing towards our victory, towards our freedom. Let's take it back to the beginning. How did this whole journey start from you? How did this idea find you, or how did you find this idea?
Thank you. From the start of first weeks of big invasion, I never think about film something. I never think about make photo. I was too busy from first days of big war. I was too busy in my unit. I think more about security of my family, about situation with my friends in other units on front line. But one day, Brendan called me, my co-director Brendan Belomo. We never make movie before, but we knew Brendan through our art. And he called me just to check what we're doing, and are we still alive, are we in Ukraine, and can we create our figurines? And I answer, yes, we are in Kharkiv, we work every night. Anya paint figurines, and Brendan asked what you doing during the day? And I answer, I'm in Ukrainian army and I train civilians, trains new soldiers, volunteers who came to army to defend their family, their homes, to survive. Sometimes just for survive. And he very gentle asked me, maybe we already share our experience and film something about our life and what around us. I was completely surprised, but it was an incredible opportunity for us. Absolutely unusual, because all these actions around us was so impressive and so important to understand maybe new sense about life and death, about culture, about what can be destroyed, and not just about Ukraine. About humans' experience and about freedom and how to defend freedom.
If you wanted to add anything, I know Paula coming in to joining the team. How did this film find you as well?
I also I met Brendan and Aniela, the co-director and producer in Los Angeles, and this is their first film as well, their first feature film. And a friend introduced us, and I met them, and I immediately loved them and the project, and was so grateful to jump in. And it was just really incredible, because somebody asked me if I thought they might have been more nervous to try to be filmmakers, having not done it before, but I actually think it was freeing for them, because they didn't take the cameras and create film. They created art, which is so intuitive to them. And so the process began of sending cameras, smuggling them through Poland, and bringing equipment to them. And then Brendan kept a copy of everything that he sent to them, and then trained them over Zoom how to use the equipment. And Andrey, being an oil painter, started just filming with Slava the most incredible, beautiful things. And Anya and Slava's love for nature was just so stunning. And we were all dedicated to help them, support them, tell their story. Instead of going and filming them, we wanted to just help support them so that they could tell their story from what they were living and what they continue to live.
I mean, you can tell your teams and how this whole production came together is such a unique situation because it's truly creators from all over the world. You guys are in Ukraine, Brandon is LA, there's Australian producers, Poland, but their animation studio who made these incredibly poetic pieces that turned Anya's fantastic, well, both of yours fantastic figurines and the drawings. Yeah, like that's a whole separate question that I have. But talk about the process of like, co-working with Brandon, building this visual style, co-directing it through this whole distance, kind of going through somewhat of a film school as well, and filming during the circumstances that you guys were in.
The first, it was really easy for us. Because we have these incredible tutorials for Brandon. We just hold our camera and start to film. We never study professional how to fight. We never study how to film. We have not that time, we have not time or free attention to do something step by step, just jump to water and start to swim. Sorry, my English, I have no time study English. I just was forced by Paula.
They did not speak any English through the filming, and they didn't speak any English when they got off the plane at Sundance in January. So yes, it's incredible.
I also watched the progression of this team after like stalking you at 4 different festivals and going to all the Q&As.
It gets better and better, their English, and people want to hear from them, and so it's so much more meaningful, and I think they don't have to speak perfect English. It's beautiful to hear from them and hear in their own words.
Any case, we understood. Our project have Brian in Los Angeles, and we must be eyes of our project and look attentively around us. And also we understood what we need, because Anya was soul of our project, and from the very beginning she say, we will never film something terrible and disgusting. We never will try scary our audience. We will film about beauty, because all war looks the same. All destruction looks the same. Much more interesting, much more unique what can be destroyed, and what we try to defend. Our nature, our culture, especially our culture, and most important, beauty of our film, who defend all of this, our nature, our culture, and life of their family.
We got to know Andrey, who's a very dear friend of us, who's also become a very dear friend of ours through the process. He's a dear friend and a really close collaborator, both in terms of like with the work that you're doing off camera, but also creating this project together. How was that process working with him, and how he's doing?
The first, Andrey is perfectionist, and he tried to make in perfection way anything what he do. He's absolutely incredible painter. He's one of the best winemaker before the war in Crimea, and but it's complicated how to force Andrey start something new, because he have one answer for every first. I'm not ready. And but we knew him many years, and I say, okay, Andrey, of course you are not ready. Tomorrow you will be ready, and we start to filming. and he start to filming, and he have many issues with my directing, because I have not any experience, and I try to force to control every Andrey's motion. Andrey, please stand here, this direction, this light, this motion of camera. Hopeful Andrey is artist, and he filmed not only by my guidelines, and he anytime he filmed something extra. And when I try to interrupt him, he say, sorry, I already filmed what you ask. Now I do something else. And when I look on result, I understood Andrey's work is much better than my idea about Andrey's work. And after this, I try to not interfere Andrey, and he worked by free.
I mean, cinematography alone in this film is very special, because especially in the most unsafe scenes, which is obviously the fight in Bakhmut, where your battalion, when we're seeing sort of this point of view, almost like playing a video game, which is very unique in a situation like this. How were you able to capture all those moments?
The first, these body cameras was used. My friends take this body camera, but I never was so brave to film on front line on real action, because I think I was too scared of all these issues. Maybe I will be not so attentively, maybe I will be too attentively by camera. And I only one time I make few portraits of my friends in real mission, and I worried a lot about their security during this filming. But when I ask them, what do you think? I ask Katya, maybe is it normal? Is it too? What can you see? What can you say, like commander? Is it too dangerous or not? Can you think less about cameras and more about your defense? And all my friends say, just give us this camera, we will do this. It's not a problem for us. And they filmed all this incredible footage. We choose most connected to our story, but I watch all this footage, and I was really scared few times. I cannot believe now what's the way to survive in this situation.
Yeah. Well, I want to open it up to the public, because I'm sure that there are questions brewing in here. Cool. I'm going to come up, because I forgot to get another microphone.
Hi, Slava Ukraini. Thank you so much for this beautiful movie and for what you're doing to Ukraine in Ukraine right now. I just want to ask, how is the Saigon unit right now? How is everyone?
All still alive. All survive. It's miracle. It's miracle because after Bakhmut, more complicated situation we had in Avdiivka when Katya and Johnny was surrounded of Russian troops, and it's miracle. They was in very hard battle near Kupiansk, and now defense Kharkiv. Something changed. A few people from Saigon came to the new unit, to battle drone unit, especially because they think it's maybe now most useful direction. Other guys now are special force officers, and you cannot see face of these guys in our movie. It's very good because we have not permission show face of special force officers.
Будь ласка, передайте йому всім велику подяку від нас усіх. Please, thank you from everyone of us. Дякую.
Thank you. Обов'язково.
Oh, Alexa, give me 1 second.
Clear, thank you. I want to thank you for creating this film, for being here with us. I think watching it, it's astounding, how sincere the film is, but at the same time uplifting, especially given the fact that it's about, devastating ongoing war. But almost, more remarkable to me is how much you can learn from the film, about, the genocidal nature of the war, about the geography of Ukraine, about pottery making. And I'm curious, if there are, 2 to 3 lessons that you want, Americans to leave screenings with, that they learn in the film or from you in the talks, what would they be?
What 3 things would you want people to learn from this film?
I think the first and most important, it's not about Ukraine. It's not issue of people of one country who live very far away. It's about all of us, about keep our humanity in darkest of time, about are we ready to defend our free choice, how to think and how to create? Are you ready to defend it anytime and anywhere? The second one, I hope it work. I hope it work because it's not news footage, it's personal. Nothing ended. Every day, somebody die on this war. Random civilian people, because the shelling every night and every day died in this kitchen, in their own kitchen and bedroom, because nothing ended. And nothing will be ended if we never stop the Putin in Ukraine. It start to be issue of next allies of United States, and this issue can grow up. And the third, we need help. We all need help to save our culture, to save our freedom. Since the start of Big War, our museum was destroyed, our university was destroyed because Ukrainian culture is main target of this invasion, of this genocide war. And most important, many our artists and writers and people who create future of culture was killed, and because this we must work instead of all these people, because nobody can bring these people back to life. Nobody can fix all this result of war. We must create something new. We must go ahead, and every one of us need help in this. And this film need help too.
There's a camera here too.
Hi. Really loved this film. Wonderful. That's what I want to say. And I have a few questions about, like, I'd say, like the animation pieces. Sorry, the pieces. The animation pieces. Like, whose idea was it? Like, how did you do it? Was it like stop motion? Like animated on computer? Like, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. When we beginning to think about animation in our film, we sent all my drawing from 20 years of my work, very many pictures, very many our pictures of our
Photo of all of figurines.
photo of our figurines. We sent them in Poland, in Blue Studio, and in Blue Studio animators make 7,000 little picture, hand draw little picture to bring to life all my drawing. And in one moment, what I may said about, in one moment I see in one of our conversation by Zoom how little snail without shell walking with her pet. It was first and absolutely beautiful what I see.
It was really complicated and almost new technology to put all this animation, to keep it on surface of these figurines. We make hundreds of photos of these figurines from all direction, and keep 3D models of these figurines. And after this, Brandon, and Brandon is incredible good in visual effect, and studios of visual effect, was able to put this animation naturally on this surface.
We had decided that we never wanted to leave Ukraine, so it was intentional to stay, to keep them in their environment. And Brendan, the co-director, and Aniela were visual effects supervisor and producers, so they had that background, and it was a perfect match, really. And they taught them over Zoom how to shoot visual effects plates, which is really complicated, and so they also achieved that as well.
I have a big rock in my throat trying to talk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You put a war in this close to us tonight. And I asked you guys, as artists, what does it look like when you turn inside to become the brave soldier? What does it look like when you turn to become brave in the moment? Describe for us all, because we've all had fleeting seconds of bravery in our lives. You're living it right now, and we love you. Your English is incredible.
I agree.
Thank you so much.
Maybe you could talk about how you don't have a choice when it comes to your drawing.
I don't know, really, I not completely understand what I can explain, because it's experience without choice. If war is just outside your door, one moment you open the door and go outside and do your best in this situation. And where you return, you try to return in your normal mode. We are still the same peaceful people like before. We changed by war, but we still are the same people. We have we still have the same values. What is changed? Nobody can forget people who was killed instead of us, because they defend us. It's this experience break our hearts and our mind.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being here as well.
Thank you.